Ever wonder what it's like to live in a different city? Three people in different neighborhoods invite us into their homes and give us a glimpse of what it's like to live in Seoul, South Korea. We're back with another round of apartments around the world.
What's up, BuzzFeed? It's your boy Albert. I can't wait to show you guys my place today here in Seoul, South Korea. So I live in the Hongdae neighborhood of Seoul, which is located in the Seodaemungu district. I would say Hongdae is known for just being a quiet residential place where you can get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. There's the Hongdae stream, which is about 5-10 minutes walking distance from my house. And it's basically the stream that cuts through the city of Seoul. And there you can find a waterfall, a great place where you can just, ride your bike or just sit on a bench and just enjoy nature and just forget about life's problems. So really it's a place where families can just enjoy their lives in a big city without worrying about the craziness of maybe a more touristy neighborhood, because we don't have a lot of tourists here. It's just mostly Korean people who live here. We have 3 bedrooms, 2 of which we have beds in and 1 of which we use as a cloakroom, and 2 bathrooms. In Korea, we have a different measurement system for houses. We use what we call pyeongs. This house is around 13 pyeongs, but again, if we convert it to a Western system, it's around 102 square meters. So right now, I live with my lovely grandmother. As a result, I don't pay a monthly rent. Most people who pay rent don't pay a monthly rent for an apartment. Usually people who pay a monthly rent live in a smaller place called a one room, which is basically, you can call it a studio apartment, which is a lot smaller. If you wanted to rent an apartment in Seoul, what you would do is do something called a jeonse contract. A jeonse means basically you pay a huge lump sum to the landlord, and this landowner holds it and uses that money to invest or do whatever they want. At the end of your housing contract, when you leave, the landowner basically pays you your money back in full. And when you're living in that rented apartment, essentially, since you paid so much up front, you don't pay a monthly rental fee. You're just living there sort of for free. Not really, but sort of. Welcome to the crib. All right, so we moved from the living room, and the dining room is literally right here. Grandma's grilling up some lunch. Yeah. Oh, this is really cool. In Korea, we have kimchi refrigerators specifically for that side dish. As you see, we're all stocked up, ready to go. And next to here, we got a smaller room where we keep basically all our spices and sauces. A little laundry machine. Got some ramen in case I ever get hungry and I have to cook for myself, which I don't do that often. I love this part of the house. This is the veranda. Look at that view. Got some plants over here. And to the left is the AC unit, and also just a small little area where any one of us can basically wash our clothes old school. The view is pretty incredible though. Yo, welcome to my room. See over there, got a mosquito killer thing because in the summer mosquitoes love me, especially here in Korea. Got a mosquito net over there. And that's how bad it gets, because my bedroom is literally located next to a mini forest. And then here is where the magic happens. Not really, but it's where I work. I got my laptop, and since I'm a voice actor, I also got some broadcasting and recording equipment. And over here, I got a little hanger where I can put some pants up just in case I need to run out of the house really fast. This is the bathroom. The shower is actually pretty clean for an apartment in Seoul. I love showering here, it's fantastic.
Hi, I'm Justin. I work as a model in South Korea and I live in Guro near Shindolim Station. This is the southwest part of Seoul, which is well known to be one of the busiest areas in Seoul because of the 2 most popular subway lines. What I really like about this area is that it's a really calm area around where I live. The thing is because the residents here are most of them family with young kids or just grandparents. So I live in an apartment with the size of 59 square meters. We have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and I live here with my husband and my dog. What I really like about this apartment is the big verandas that we have with an open view to the mountain and the stream side. In South Korea, when you rent an apartment, you need to pay a deposit. This price is really high and depends on what kind of house you have. For us, we pay a little bit more than 100,000 US dollar, and monthly we are paying 360 US dollar. So it's actually a pretty cheap price for the kind of apartment we have. So welcome to our house. Here is the entrance. So in Korea, you're not supposed to wear your shoes inside the house. So each house has their own little place like this to take your shoes off. Right on the left, we have a shoe closet. So when you enter the house, there is a kitchen right on the left. So it's a really small kitchen, but enough for 2 people. And actually, we didn't have enough space to cook, so we bought a bar right here, which is really useful, and inside we can put a lot of things. And here we have another room, which is our boiler room, but we also use as a storage. And what I really like about our kitchen is actually the window right here. Right here we have the first room. This is our study or dressing room. So right here we have our closet. We also have a sofa where we read book or just spend time. And right here we have our desk that we use to study or just to use our computer. And if we go back to the main room, we can find our living room. So we bought a sofa recently that I really love. It's really comfortable and we spend a lot of time on it. We put plants a little bit everywhere in our house to keep it green and some life with us. Right in front we have our TV. And thanks to the veranda right here, we have a lot of lights. There is our washing machine. So actually in Korea, most of people, they put it in the boiler room right there, but our washing machine was just too big, so we had to put it here. Right here we have our last room. So this is our bedroom. It's a comfortable place for us, and it's also where our dog spends most of the time making trouble. We have my makeup table, and we also have a queen size bed. So it's a small bathroom, but it's okay, it's enough for us. So we have a huge mirror, we have a bath, toilet.
Howdy, I'm Ryan Kulp. I live in the Hongdae neighborhood of Seoul, South Korea. Hongdae is known for having a lot of bars, cafes, cool restaurants, and just interesting areas to walk around like parks and different shopping streets. My rent is about 3,500 USD per month for the second, third, and fourth floor of this building. The first floor is just an office that you actually access from the outside, and it has 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and an extra shower. There's also this living room, kitchen, balcony, and our own parking spot for my car. I really like the separation of space between the floors. It's not a particularly large apartment, but it can seem that way because of the stairs separating each of the different rooms. And for me, because I work from home, I like feeling like I'm hanging out in one room, here, the living room, or working upstairs at my desk in my office. It's raining outside, so let's get in. This is a 3-story building, really a 4-story building, but 3 stories are my apartment. And here is the first bedroom. Here's the first bathroom. And here's the first separate shower. This is a regular Western style shower, which is actually kind of unique to Korea. Usually the showers are actually inside with the bathroom sink and you just pour it over yourself and everything gets wet. So it was really nice to have a Western style shower. Now let's go to the 3rd floor. Up here we have our living room. This is where we hang out, play video games, practice drums. Here's a view from the 3rd floor. Here's the kitchen. Kitchen, dining room, all kind of combined. Here we have the sink. Oops, there's some dirty dishes and basically all of our kitchen cooking utensils. Plates, cups, spoons, everything you need to heat up some delivery food. Now let's go to my bedroom on the 4th floor. Here we have first my office and a couple guitars. Here I make song demos and I study Korean. Here's my bathroom. It also has a shower built in, but I don't actually use this shower. I use the one downstairs. And here's my little closet. I don't have many clothes, just some tank tops, mostly white, black, gray. Here's our washing machine. And over here, with the slippers, is my balcony. However, it's such a rainy, sad day today, so there's not much to see out here for now. but there's an okay view of the Hongdae neighborhood in Seoul. Over here, lastly, is my bedroom. Not very big. There's a bed and there's a little room. So I call it my bedroom, and then I have a view of all of those other floors we just looked at. Thanks for checking out my apartment. Hope you enjoy and come visit Seoul, Korea.